Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for coming to today's stream. This is Omen Storm once again. We will once again be going over and not going over. We will once again be playing .hack GU last Recode. I'm on this screen to start with today because last time I was talking about classes and jobs in this game, and was talking about what ones I would like to go through, and I kept making remarks about how I wasn't remembering stuff, I wasn't remembering what to do, so I figured let's start this off with actually going and looking at the different classes so that one, I can actually go and say, yes, I would do this. No, I wouldn't do that. Yes, I would choose this for Adept Rogue. No, I wouldn't. And maybe in the comments after this, you guys can say what you would choose, what you wouldn't choose. But here we go. So jobs. During your initial character creation, you can select a job, a class for that character. Characters' jobs cannot be changed afterwards. Starting off, we have the Twin Blade. Twin Blades have high agility and attack with two swords. This is the base class Haseo has for his Adept Rogue, I believe. Or do Adept Rogues have base weapons or classes? I don't know. But this is what the weapons you start off with for Haseo. The rapid attacks leave no opening for an opponent to counterattack. Next class is the Blade Brandier. Blade Brandiers fight with a sword similar to a katana. It's said that all warrior classes derive from this class. Although their abilities are average, they can adapt to a wide variety of situations. Edge Punisher. Edge Punishers are a job that prefer to wield giant swords. A blow from one of these weapons has enormous power. It can slice most enemies in half with a single stroke. I believe that Haseo's second weapon or class for Adept Rogue is the Edge Punisher. Lord Partisan. Lord Partisans wield a giant lance. No other class can match their piercing power. They have high defensive power compared to other classes, but are weaker against magic. Tribal Grappler. Tribal Grapplers use their own fists as weapons. They have high agility similar to Twin Blades and possess high HP. However, their low defense value makes it crucial to pay attention in battle. Flick Reaper. Flick Reapers wield a giant scythe. They specialize in attacks meant to keep multiple enemies away. However, they are ineffective at long range. Flick Reaper should be Haseo's third and final class for the Adept Rogue. Steam Gunners. Steam Gunners use the steam guns that were developed by humans. They specialize in long-range attacks and are weak in close encounters, but their powerful weapons will keep most enemies away. Now we're at the Adept Rogue, which Haseo is an Adept Rogue. Adept Rogues are eventually capable to equip various weapons and use all sorts of magic. However, each weapon must be learned separately, which requires a considerable time investment. Even so, this training will eventually pay off, making them highly adaptable in any situation. I was hoping it would say a little bit more about how things are chosen for Adept Rogues, but oh well. Harvest Cleric. Harvest Clerics are experts in healing magic and are allied with light spirits. They wield a staff in battle in the name of Air, the goddess of tranquility. They can use some attack magic after they reach a certain level, but most concentrate on healing and support. And next we're at Shadow Warlock. Shadow Warlocks are experts in attack magic and are allied with the dark spirits. They always carry a book of spells known as a grimoire to heighten their magic power. Although they can use some healing magic, their repertoire is limited and not very efficient. Macabre Dancer. Macabre Dancers are experts at status and ability magic. Since they are allied with both light and dark spirits, they are proficient in healing and attack magic. They hold large fans in both hands during battle. Their dancing form is said to enchant those who watch. There we go. We have the different classes of the world R2. Now to log into the world R2 and continue our journey. About memoirs. Memoirs record your past actions and contain clues to your next objective. Select memoir from the main menu if you're unsure or unclear about your next objective. I'm going to do that. Memoir. Do your current objective and what you have done so far. Open this menu when you do not know what you should do next. Invite to quest by Syllabus and Gaspard. Okay. Ah, that is right. Okay, so they want us to go to the quest shop that's out here. It's the little globe there, and I can go and take this warp point to go straight to the quest shop. And will it let me add them to my party already? Yes. So we've added Syllabus and Gaspard to the party. Random person passing by just casually asking for a trade. So what do we have? Oh, we have just a single quest to choose from right now. And we've got another set of keywords to go to more places. After the stream ended, I did go and check the different forums to try and get any of the keywords that I had missed before, and I did actually find some in the forums for the world from the actual launcher for the world and not the forums section. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to actually read this off because they're not speaking it. So let's go. My name is Kubo, Dr. Kubo, that is. My research relates to chim-chims. What? What kind of research? Well, now, that's a secret. I can't tell you that. Anyway, I want you to retrieve the Chim Crown for me. Have you ever met King Chim Chim? He is a giant Chim Chim that rarely appears. As his name implies, he has a magnificent crown on his head. I want that crown. I have a few ideas on where King Chim Chim is likely to show up. I want you to go there and get the Chim Crown. I've prepared plenty of rewards for you, so do your best.
It's pretty difficult to kick the king.
King Chim Chim? Isn't that the huge one?
So with that, while I'm thinking about it, I got items, so I should go and adjust my equipment. Oh. Maybe I didn't get items. Just swore I got some items. Or, well, I did get some items. I could swear I got in some. Okay, so it's a level 4 blade. Oh. I can't equip Syllabus with the new blade because he's already using that exact type of blade. That makes a lot of sense, and why am I walking back to the... Why am I walking back to the dome when I can just teleport there? But yes, we took a look at those job options earlier, and I haven't started talking about those just quite yet. So let's kind of pick up that topic from the previous video once again. As I had said in the previous video, I think I would probably be a adept rogue because they can choose multiple things. There's gonna be dialogue here.
I guess we should start looking for places where King Chim Chim could be hiding.
King Chim Chim attacks by jumping on you, so watch out.
I wonder where he is.
Okay. But yes, choosing different classes or weapons and getting to use them. And as said previously, I would probably choose something that could let me go and do healing or tanking. So from what we looked at, I'd probably be choosing a Harvest Cleric and a Lord Partisan.
Not good.
Oops, I forgot to sneak attack them. Guess that's what I get for talking so much. Not talking that much, but yes. The classes I would choose would probably Harvest Cleric and maybe the Macabre Dancer, because the Macabre Dancer is slightly better for healing magic. It was making it sound as another class, so I could get the main batch of healing from Harvest Cleric and then have the Macabre Dancer to kind of back it up. Or maybe I could do something like Tribal Grappler to have some agility, or switch to attack if I'm playing by myself. Of course, I also like martial arts and different games, different classes and games that kind of have the martial arts theme to the class. So that alone could be another excuse for me to go and play as, say, a Harvest Cleric and a Harvest Cleric and a Martial Grappler. The agility could also play in nicely as a healer, so that you're just moving around and try to get out of places. And as much as I do like tanking in some games, I don't quite know that I would be the Lord Partisan. Because it sounds slightly like it's not quite a tank. Now that I think about it, I don't know that the world would actually have classes that can properly be divided into your little...
What's that?
Okay, good. I don't have to ask that question myself.
It's a Nue. Haseo, it's a Nue. We've got to kick it.
Huh?
Haseo, King Chim Chim will show up if you kick the Nue.
What? So, we just need to kick it.
Lucky animal. This is the mysterious animal known as a lucky animal that lives in this area. Approach and kick it to receive various blessings. However, there are also unlucky animals that bring bad luck. They have the angry symbol on top of their head. I was not expecting to run into this.
No problem. Leave it to me. Come on, King.
Oh, it's voiced. Received a blessing from the lucky animal. Summon King Chim Chim. That's a look. King Chim Chim. This is King Chim Chim. If you kick King Chim Chim, he will get angry and attack you. Repeatedly kick him and evade his attacks to defeat him. If you do, you will receive massive amounts of Chim Spheres.
About time. Let's get it over with. Hand that over.
Oh, that actually looks like it has an area of effect to it. And he's getting bigger each time I kick him. I don't know that... Well, I was going to say, I don't know that that seems like a good thing for me, but he went and
I knew you could do it.
seized.
Phew! I thought we were gonna turn into pancakes.
Me too, Gaspard.
We need to go to the quest shop.
Oh, it did just go and end the mission right there. There's a whole nother area I didn't explore in there. Ah, that's disappointing. Oh well. I can go back to that area word later, I guess. Oh, you're back already? That was fast. Handed over Gym Crown. Yes, this is the Gym Crown, alright. I'm surprised you were able to retrieve it so quickly. How would you feel about doing some work on the side for me? There's something I want you to help me with. My home is in the mercenary district. It doesn't matter when, but please come visit. We'll discuss the details when you do. Farewell. Quest completed, job well done. Received a text of wisdom as a reward. And I now have new mail after that. Let's go stop by the mercenary district real quick to go visit Dr. Kubo. And I apologize for not doing any like real major attempts at voice acting and such to make them sound different. I have difficulty doing that right now with just my own natural speaking abilities, so I apologize for not being able to do fancy voices or distinct voices for these characters. I can try and do that, but it's mainly just going to sound almost exactly like my normal voice. But back to this. Dr. Kubo, I've been waiting for you to come and pay me a visit. I have some important work for you, but I have to say from this point on is top secret. You mustn't speak of it to anyone. You understand? I'm working on a project to cultivate chim-chims. Currently, there are no methods to cultivate chim spheres, and thus they must be collected in the wild. But if we can change that, it would be quite a revolution. However, in order to complete my project, I need detailed data on chim-chims. That's what I want you to do for me. Here, take this. Wired Chim Chim Radar. It's a portable scanner that holds the essence of STEAM technology within it. Each time you kick a Chim Chim, the radar will automatically scan and record the data. It will also import all the data that you've gathered in the past. Any Chim Chim data will suffice, but the more rare the Chim Chim, the more data you'll be able to obtain from it. I'll reward you based on how much data you've gathered. Oh, I almost forgot. As you know, I'm also looking for Chim Crowns. Chim Crowns have the mysterious ability to generate far more Chim Spheres than a normal Chim Chim. It's absolutely essential that I get them in order to complete my project. If you can bring me any Chim Crowns, I will reward you handsomely. Well then, please do your best. Let's view the record. Chim Assassin. I do not remember those guys. That sounds like it can be a pain for me. But, .hack.gu last Recode is divided into volumes like the original games are, and I believe I can, and it is in my best interest to complete the Chim Kicker data for Volume 1 before I get into Volume 2. So if I can't just kind of complete that as we're going through Volume 1, then I will take some time before starting Volume 2 to go and fill out this and a couple of the other background things that are not background things, but the other kind of little side quests that weren't completed. It's been so long since I had last played this, so there are some things that I just really do not effectively remember, so I don't remember what other side quests kind of like that are around. So yeah, if there's enough of those, I will go and do a video to kind of just complete the side quests and get those handled. But if it's only like the chim kicker, then I'll go and do that by myself. And I know I got a message and that's what's going to lead me into the story quest, but I have some other bookmarks and I was thinking maybe I would go and do one of these first. So we've got 2 places for level 10 players, which I'm not. The beginner area from Gaspard, and then we have this area for the Alm Shells. The Alm Shells is a level 5 area. Let's go and do that. Let's go try to get the Alm Shell from here. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff. I've gotten the Alm Shell! It took all of like, what was that, 3 seconds maybe? Just... Oh. I feel like I should remember how to... Oh, I use customize for that, don't I? Yes. Customize... Oh. Wait, I have the cursed burn here. So it applies curse to my regular attacks. I have some bracelet. So I can choose to either have curse attacks or have water damage to my regular attacks. I think I'm going to stick with... the water, or not water, stick with the curse for now. Go and get a sneak attack in on these guys, hopefully. And I did seem to effectively get a sneak attack in, which is a nice thing. Maybe I can actually get an S here. Ooh, we even got a Rengeki this battle. Ow. Ow. And I felt like I was doing so good in this fight. But then I got beat up twice. Oh, we get another Rengeki in this battle. These things seem to have a pretty fair amount of health. And I apologize if I stop talking for a length of time during a fight or such. Most likely I'm trying to focus on the fight to keep from horribly dying, because my ability to divide my attention is... Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too many chims. My ability to divide my attention is not exceptionally great. We can go get another sneak attack on these guys. Not gonna knock me down this time. Saw that coming this time. But yes, since my ability to divide my attention is not exceptionally great or well trained at the moment, I might end up periodically stopping talking to go and focus on a fight or such. Especially as we get further into this and when there are more difficult fights. I say that, but I also can end up going and just... If I go and do all the quests and everything, then usually around the start of the next volume, I end up starting overpowered and just keep being over-leveled for everything, which will make it so that I have a more relaxed time during fights, and I can better keep talking and discussing with everyone who's watching. I think I covered the jobs about as well as I wanted to, so I'm curious what everyone else would choose for their jobs. And if someone's choosing an adept rogue, what would you choose for your jobs for the adept rogue? Now, of course, as I was saying, I wasn't able to find any of the more specifics about how adept rogues would work, so I guess it would be just go under the assumption that you can only choose 2 or 3 jobs for the adept rogue. If I can go and find the more proper info on how adept rogues work in this game, then I will go and address that. And I specifically mean getting that information from this game, because I know that there's more information on how adept rogues work, but I just simply don't remember if that information is for specifically the adept rogues as they appear in the world R2, or as how they appear in other .hack games. Because there are multiple series of .hack games, and I love pretty much all of them. The only ones I've really gone to play in depth, however, maybe in depth is not the right word. Got into play. No, I can't really think of a better word, so maybe in depth is the better word at this moment. But the ones that I've gotten to play in depth are the original 3 games of the .hack GU trilogy. The 4th volume was added as part of last Recode. The .hack GU games did not originally have a 4th volume.
This'll be quick.
I played I don't want to say original 4 games because I don't remember if they were the first games for .hack GU, but I played... Oh, what would even be a... I don't know what the roofing was just doing there, but it looked unnerving. But I played 4 games for the... I played 4 games for the PlayStation... Was it PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2? I believe it was the PlayStation 2. But the games were Infection, Quarantine, Outbreak, and was the last one named Mutation, I want to say? I don't quite remember, but I played those 4 games that were all together and part of the same series back on the PlayStation 2, and I greatly enjoyed those. Those were what got me into the .hack series, and GU is definitely what kept me playing the series. And as far as I remember, I've pretty much found all the games that I've been lucky enough to play quite enjoyable. I do love that GU does have some callbacks to the previous 4 games. And I do kind of want to say some stuff on that, but I'm pretty sure that most of those would be considered spoilers, because I believe that some of the connections are addressed by the game. So I don't want to... Oh, we just have a person here. Toa. I've received a coupon. Coupons can be used in any guild shop. The price decreases 1% for each coupon. You can use as many as you want. Trade with him. Ooh. Bright drop, health drink, Dombert scroll. Spells Zinzu. It's a level 15 staff. I don't think I'm gonna need to try and go out of my way to get that. Because last time I played this, I believe I had quite a number of those. Oh, here's one of my favorite little world events, the Mecha Grunty.
What is this, a robot?
Course unknown. Fuel insufficient. Function shut down. Emergency landing. Passing life form detected. Begin fuel request. Beep. Please inject chim spheres.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite world encounters, just simply because of the end with the mecha, mecha, mecha grunty. I probably shouldn't do that. That probably sound horrible with how my voice normally sounds. I apologize for that. But yes, that is my favorite little world encounter. It's also why I try to keep a lot of chim spheres on me. I believe each time you encounter it, the chim spheres go up. So this time it costs 5. I think the next time it costs 10, then 20, then 50, something along those lines. Oh, I go and get this guy. There we go. Try and go after the person that doesn't have me targeted. Oh. Been able to get quite a few Rengekis against these guys, probably thanks to their greater health pool compared to, you know, the thing for the Rengeki tutorial that just very quickly died, and then the game's like, oh, well, it's fine that you don't know how to Rengeki. I obviously know how to Rengeki.
You kicked me. Give you money.
Got a lucky animal, and I'm glad that it was a lucky animal, not an unlucky animal, because I wasn't going to go deal with that thing just yet. But thank you, Syllabus. Oh, go for the big one. Go for the big one. Ah, it's fast. It's really fast. Oh, almost ran into enemies.
Let's get him!
Let's see, have I gotten sneak attacks on everyone? No, I think I failed one sneak attack. Which is unfortunate, but maybe I can still get an A for this area. Actually, was time expected for these? Oh, if time was expected, I might not be getting an A. But with this last test, I should be able to... Yep. Here's the symbol fragments joining together for the judge symbol, which means that the beast temple is opening and I can go claim the item from inside. I don't believe that I'm missing out on anything. And where is the... Oh, there's a tree here, so let's get the chim chims from the tree. Doors on the back side of the tech. Yeah, a nice little view. So, yeah, I'm fine with the door being on this side, you know, not on the side with the bridge. So, wonder what the item from this chest will be. Remedy gear. So, an item to equip onto the other people. And with that, we finish this area. Not level 10 yet, so... Yeah, we're not level 10 yet, so I'm not going to go and try the other areas. We're instead going to... Ooh. I'm not going to get an S rank. Got an S rank. Got dry robe. But since we don't have any more area words to go through, and while I could build a new area word myself, I think I'm going to go exit and choose to read that message I got. But this is kind of nice, and that with the different keywords I've gotten, I now have a lot of different areas I can choose from. Make level 6 dungeon. Ooh, level 6 dungeon with a treasure level 6. It's a fire and wind element dungeon. But no, we're going to go ahead and go read that message, because I'm pretty sure I remember what this message is. Here's an important unread message. Oh, there's multiple messages. Yes, there are new mails. CC Corp. Notice campaign. Dear Haseo, thank you for regular patronage of the world. This is to inform you that you can now participate in Chim Kicker Okay. In the Chim's kicker camp. Why is that so hard for me to say? For details, please talk to the NPC client, Dr. Kubo. Dr. Kubo's house is in Makanu's mercenary district. If you are not sure why you are receiving this email, please contact our customer support center. We apologize for the inconvenience. Well, they're a bit behind on this. I've already accepted the campaign. This is the one that's going to get us on the next thing. And then we have Hokuto and Black Rose. So, Hokuto, subject to Lena. How have you been, Lena? Doing alright? Things. So, this is just the personal email. But, how you been, Lena? Been doing alright? Things been going terrible with my real life as usual. I know it's summer vacation for students right now, but how are you doing with preparation for entrance exams? You're into science, right? That's amazing. For a literary major like myself, I just respect anyone that can do math. So how did your meeting with the guidance counselor go? Personally, I just chose my college because one of the professors here wrote one of my favorite books. This is something I haven't told either to him or my parents. So in a major way, I don't have a very specific goal when I came here. Of course, your major is going to be different from mine, so I guess my opinion won't be much help. Sorry. Still, I don't think there are that many people at all who go to college with a specific goal in mind these days. I think it would be great to figure out what it is you want to do during the 4 years you're there. In my case, I still don't know what I want to do even after turning the big 3-0, although I was still able to become a translator. While I was in college, I majored in Western and Celtic literature, since the previous version of the world was built around a Celtic theme, even down to the music, so that's probably why I like it so much. It's too bad the current world is pretty far removed from its origins based on Emma Williams' worldly perspective of the epitaph of Twilight. By the way, how's your brother doing? Did he finally give up on basketball and start studying for his entrance exams? A lot of people use the version upgrade as an opportunity to kick the habit. I don't know what happened to all those former hackers, but I'm sure they're doing alright. Hey, maybe some of them changed their characters and are still playing. Right now, I'm stuck in the house every day working on a translation of an overseas mystery novel. Things are the same with her as they've always been, whereas indifferent towards each other as ever. I'll stop talking about her once I get started. The complaints will never stop. Okay, take care, Lena. Give my best to your brother too. If you ever come to college here in Tokyo, let's be sure to meet up. Hokuto. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Hokuto should have been the main character of the first series, or no, it was. Oh, I can't remember whether this is in regards to the Dot Hack Signs anime or the games. I need to go and rewatch the Dot Hack Signs anime. Sender, Black Rose, subject, well done. Well, have you calmed down a bit since then? I feel like I managed to get back to my life. I do feel kind of lonely at not being able to log into the world, though. But since I refuse to let Kazu play online games, I can't justify playing them myself. Are you playing together with Orca, or was Orca banned just like Kazu? Back then, I didn't have any idea as to what was going on. I was just plowing ahead, doing whatever was set before me to do. I'm so glad we managed to resolve it. So here's why I'm emailing. I wanted to say this when we had that offline party, but I wasn't able to work up the courage. I'm glad I got to know you. Sure, it was a surprise when I found out you were younger than me, and when I saw you acting so insecure. I may have yelled at you a bit, but if it wasn't for you, I think I never would have been able to help Kazu. If I had tried to help him all by myself, I might. This is slightly hard for me to read at this moment, but if I had tried to help him all by myself, I might have ended up just like he did. I think it was because you were there that I was able to go as far as I did. I think it was because you were there that I was able to make it to the end. So let me say this back to you now. If you hadn't been there, I could have never done it. Thank you. I think I might be in love with you. Psych. I might still log in from time to time. If I do, I hope you and I can have a nice normal adventure together. I should also clarify, I do mean that it's visually difficult for me to. It was actually visually difficult for me to see. So, totally. Why did the area word have to be that after this ratings? Actually, why does that word have to be one of the available keywords? You know what? I'm not gonna read that area word, but yeah, totally. Let's get going. Since you insist, I decided to email you. There's an area that I love, and I was wondering if you would like to join me there. The area is yep. You can read the area yourself. Sincerely, Atoli. Why is oh, there's? Oh wait, I need to go check and see if the I have green cards to send this. And go check if there's replies that are on. Okay, so it seems like it seems like I don't get to see the reply sent after I've sent it, and I don't have their responses just yet. I feel like I could make a lot of jokes about that area word, and I feel like I shouldn't make any jokes about that area word. But we're gonna be logging in, and we'll be getting Totally to join the party.
Haseo! Thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah.
So, would you please invite me to your party? The two of us will be heading to Delta Submissive Tragedy's Thousand Oaks.
Oh, I guess I could intentionally invite Gaspard or Syllabus, but I think it wants me to do this just with Atoli. So let's go to this area. It's just a level 3 area, so that's fine. I'm high enough.
Didn't bother you.
If you think you're bothering me, don't send me an email in the first place.
This is one of my very favorite areas. The moon tonight looks even prettier than usual.
Prettier than usual? Yeah, right, come on. I mean, this is just an online game.
Now then, let's go find the beast statue.
Whenever I hear this is just an online game, it makes me think of a number of, again, back to a number of different kinds of players I know where online games aren't quite just games to them for one reason or another. So there are times where Haseo makes remarks and I can't necessarily agree with them fully. Like, yes, to a certain degree, games are games, but oh, lucky animal.
Kids these days can't believe how they can be so fast. Oh well, here, choose from one of these.
Choose from one, yet you gave me all three. Huh, okay. But as I was saying, yes, games are kind of always are games, but for a lot of people, they're escapes from things, they're fascinating stories. A game's a game, but for almost everyone, I think that in some way, shape, or form, games are more than just a game. Like, I do kind of agree with Haseo that yes, a game is a game and it should be able to, like, be set down, compartmentalized, and such. But I've played many games that
It's my turn.
are they're things that even after you complete it, they leave you thinking about things, or they I probably shouldn't be touching on this subject overall, but I'm trying to think of a good way to word my thoughts. So I'm gonna use an example of a game that I was playing while I couldn't stream and that I do want to stream eventually. Spiritfarer. Again, it's a game, but Spiritfarer is very much feels more than just a game. The contents of it, you can the concept behind it is that you're the Spiritfarer and you're guiding people on to
Well, that's that, I guess.
their next onto their afterlife, and that there is the concept, that is the game. But at the same time, you're during the course of the game, you're experiencing a story, and that story is making you develop attachments to these characters. You're experiencing their stories, and their stories all are causing you to think of thoughts, think of emotions, feel emotions, and
Oh well. Wonder if I have enough chim spheres for it.
Course unknown. Fuel insufficient. Function shut down. Passing life form detected. Begin fuel release. Inject chim spheres.
it's just 6 Shim spheres this time. But
Oink.
as I
Thank you for helping me. Oink.
was saying, the game very heavily deals with death and how everyone kind of handles death. Whether some characters, it's how they're handling their own death. Other
The origin of the name Moontree comes from.
Not interested.
Now. It won't hurt you just to listen, will it? Moontree is run by a council of officers known as the Seven Council. You remember who Sakaki is, right? He is one of the officers.
Man, I don't have time for this.
Hey, Haseo, wait! Please wait!
here I am having a serious conversation about death and emotions, and then there's that cutscene to go and break up everything. But yes, the Spiritfarer addresses death and how people react to it, grief and all that. I'm pretty sure anybody who's read a review of this probably like, you're just repeating what's ever in a review, but playing it, yeah, that a lot of the reviews are kind of right. It does seem to indirectly, well, directly or indirectly talk about kind of the grief of death and everything that goes around that.
Have you learned your lesson?
And that's a very serious thing, and it's not a subject that once you're done with the game you just set down and don't think more about. But the game handles it
I'm sorry.
extremely well, and just does it handles it extremely well, and doesn't make light of anything, but it also knows. Oh, I got that. Wasn't expecting to trap just in the middle of talking, but yes, the
It's my turn.
Spiritfarer handles the aspects of grief and death very well. It doesn't just go and say there's no happiness in grief, there's no happiness in death, and etc. But it also doesn't
Have you learned your lesson?
go and say that it's impossible for there to be happiness and such in the situation. It handles it very carefully, and it feels like I probably shouldn't be going on a tangent of a different game during this, but I don't have better thoughts at this second, and this kind of seems the best thing to talk about. But the different kinds of grief is something I can understand because I personally don't really. There's been one or two characters where
This'll be quick.
I saw them and I could kind of understand the grief that the character was going through because they didn't talk about their grief. Well, none of them really talked about their griefs or grievances and such. They kind of are still trying to live their lives, and I've had people die, and I've never been one to personally go and like mourn or grieve, and that's just simply part of how my thought process handles things. Fortunately or maybe unfortunately, depends on who's deciding or thinking about it. Oh, the temple's opening here, but I don't experience grief like many people I know do.
This'll be quick.
I don't mourn. I don't feel sadness. And it's not that I don't want to mourn or feel sadness. It's just hard to explain why I don't.
That was nothing.
It I apologize for the silence. I'm again just trying to think of proper words. I'm trying to think of how to address a subject appropriately and such. But as I was saying, I personally though don't experience grief the way that I know many others do, and Spiritfarer kind of is a very nice thing for me because I can see all the other different types of grieving and grief and ways people handle losses and such that I
We've
recognize.
got what we came here for. We're going back to the town.
Huh?
Hey,
Haseo?
what? I've already heard enough about Moon Tree Guild.
Haseo, do you hear something coming from over there?
Nope.
That can't be right. See? There is something there. Let's go find out what it is.
Huh? Why do I have to go too? Just go check by yourself.
Oh, come on. Won't you please come with me?
Fine, fine. If it'll shut you up, I'll go with you.
Thanks! It's this way. What a strange sound.
go deal with this before I go keep talking on my tangent.
What a strange sound. Let's go. What a strange sound. Listen to that. You can hear something coming from over there. Huh? What is it, Haseo?
This sign, it's Tri-Edge.
What? Tri-Edge? Is that what it's called? What? Haseo!
We're being sucked towards Tri-Edge's sign. Where?
Are we in the Lost Grounds? Wow, look at this underground lake. This might just be a fantastic new discovery, Haseo. Haseo, someone's there. What is that? It's so pretty. That sound. It's coming from that person.
That guy. What's up with him?
Well, let's go ask him. Wait, please!
It's dangerous! Stop!
What?
Hey!
Stay back! Take this! And now, Magus!
What are these guys? Did you get them? Whew!
All done. You two okay? Doesn't seem like I'm very welcomed here. Well, whatever. Hey you, over there, are you okay?
What happened to me?
What do you mean, what happened?
I think I was attacked by a strange monster. Then I heard a loud sound that startled me, and I don't remember anything after that.
What the? Did she faint in real life, too?
At any rate, I'm glad I got here in time.
Who are you?
Who, me? Oh, well, I'm an investigator for CC Corp.
One of the system administrators? A game master?
Well, something like that. I got a report about a bug in this area, and so I rushed right over.
So, that monster was actually a bug?
Right. It would probably be best to stay away from here until the data finishes repairing.
No. There's no way in hell that was a bug data. How could a player faint from something like that? Not to mention, what was that giant puppet thing that defeated the monster?
Puppet?
So, you were able to see the Avatar.
Avatar?
That's right, Mr. Haseo, the Terror of Death.
Do CC Corp investigators usually remember a player's nickname?
Hardly. I couldn't help but think it was too much of a coincidence to meet up with you here.
What?
Nothing, just talking to myself. I bet that you would like to know a lot more about avatars. Am I right?
Not really.
You can use one too.
Huh?
The fact that you were able to see my avatar means that you and your character have the right attributes.
Haseo, your character hides something. There is a dangerous power inside you.
Come on. Come over to our headquarters and you'll see. And while you're at it, you might be able to get some info on Tri-Edge.
Who told you about that?
Like I said, that's just one more reason why you should come.
Looks like this is a big fiasco.
How can you just brush off something that happened to you like this?
What's wrong, Haseo? Why are you acting so scary all of a sudden?
If we hadn't been lucky, you'd have... No, it's nothing.
Oh, okay. But I caused you a lot of trouble with what happened, right?
So you realize it.
I'm sorry. Do you think that you could give me another chance?
Listen, the next time you invite me, make it somewhere where we can level up.
Well, that cutscene was rather interesting, but let's quickly get back to the topic I was talking about so that I can wrap that up. So, Spirit Fair handles a bunch of different griefs, and I can see how it really could help some people with working through their own grief and such. Just seeing it portrayed this way, seeing it. I have 500 unread emails. That was a break in thought, but seeing how grief is handled, seeing these different things, it really does feel like it could help people who are going through intense bouts of grief potentially process and deal with it. So in that way, it's a game that kind of goes past being a game. Another one is oh, how do I say the name? I want to say it's Senua Hellblade Sacrifice, I believe is the name of the game. I see things, I have the game, I want to play the game eventually, but I see things all the time talking about how it is a very, very good depiction of schizophrenia and such, to the fact that I think I've seen one or two articles talking about where there was debates of potentially using the game to actually train medical professionals to kind of get a grasp of how schizophrenia affects people. And in this case, that makes it another game where, yes, it's a game, you go through this experience in the game, but it has stuff that carries out past just the game. But let's move these more depressing topics aside to something. Well, to back to the Dot Hack franchise. So let's go and read the emails I have. Sender, totally subject. Hello, Haseo. The last ground was full of surprises, wasn't it? There was the monster that looked like a bug and a system administrator, but most of all, that person beneath the lake tree felt very strange. What do you think was that sound I heard from his direction? Sincerely, Atoli. Huh. I don't know which of these one I go with. I think I'm going with the sound question. Syllabus subject. I almost forgot. Hey, Hasso, how are you doing? That place the other day was... Got a bunch of voices going on outside, so they might get picked up. But, hey, Hasso, how are you doing? That place the other day was pretty rough, wasn't it? I never thought we'd encounter PKs. By the way, I forgot to tell you about the settings for the skill trigger menu. Of course, you probably already knew this since you're the Terror Death. Anyway, this is how you set it. Press Y to open the menu, select the skill trigger. Your current skills on skill trigger panel will be displayed so you can change them as you wish. It would be a waste if you weren't using the skills you have. So once you learn a new skill, open the skill trigger menu and check out the panel settings. Oh, and just in case, I'm going to write down the other basic battle stuff. Although you may already know about them. Quick Rise. Press B when knocked down. Rise Attack. Press A when knocked down. Use them when you're knocked down. If you're knocked down, want to get up, use Quick Rise. If you're surrounded by enemies, use the Rise Attack. Also, don't forget you can enter area words at the Chaos Gate to access a bunch of areas of different levels. Speaking of which, we should go grind levels sometime. We could even invite Gaspard. Anyway, that's it. See ya. Syllabus subject. Another thing. Sorry to keep emailing you, but anyway, do you know about customization? I didn't get a chance to tell you about it, so I'm sending this email to you just in case. If you already know, feel free to ignore this. So I did kind of go briefly over this with the Alm shell, but here's the kind of tutorial thing. So customization is where you get new abilities by attaching materials to your equipment. This is how you do it. 1. Press Y to open the main menu. Select customize. This will open a list of equipment, allowing you to choose what you would like to add an ability to. Next, the list of slots will open up, so choose the slot to attach the material. Finally, choose the material. Once you get the hang of it, customization will really help out in playing the game. For example, when fighting a water element monster, customizing a weapon with fire, the opposing element, will make it much easier for you to win. As for opposing elements, there are 6 different elements assigned to monsters: earth, water, wind, fire, light, and dark. So wind and earth are opposing elements, water and fire are opposing elements, and light and dark Oh. I didn't finish reading that sentence before starting, but wind, earth, water and fire, and light and dark oppose each other, so if you attack a water element monster with a fire weapon, you'll do more damage. If you get a material that adds damage to all elements, then you're set against any elemental monsters. Oh, and one last thing. Customizations can protect you against negative status effects. They're especially good against action I'm not going to try and read that word at the moment. So, they're especially good against effects like sleep and charm. Other effects like poison and curse that reduce your HP or SP can really put you in a bad spot when you're still low levels, so make sure to put use to whatever materials you get. Of course, getting them is the difficult part. Anyway, that's it for sure this time. Later. We have another email from Hokuto. Hokuto. Subject, I'm sorry. Did I accidentally send you an email meant for someone else? I'm terribly sorry for the intrusion. Please ignore it. Huh. I thought this was just receiving... I didn't think it was an actively sent email. I thought this was like... I'm gonna step away from that subject before I accidentally say something I shouldn't. That's a spoiler. Oh, but that in and of itself is probably saying a bit too much. But yeah. So sender. Oh, how do you say his name again? I want to say Kun. Sender Kun. Subject: invitation to HQ. Come to the at-home located in Mak Anu's mercenary district. I'll take you to our guild Raven. Oh, and don't tell anyone else about this. It's a sensitive matter for us to communicate with specific
CC
players.
Corp. There's a good chance they'd know something normal players wouldn't. No matter how insignificant it might be, as long as I can get some information on Shino and Tri-Edge, I don't care. Kun's waiting for me in the mercenary district. I'd better hurry.
Okay, so Kun was the right way to say that. Take a look at his member address. There's things to be said about his member address card. I'm not going to say them. Do we have any? It doesn't say anything new, but let's check. No, nothing new there. Oh. I just now noticed that whenever you move these, the little compass at the top moves. Get it really going. But I think I'm going to call this stream here. It seems shorter than the previous stream, but I'm going to call this stream here, and then we will pick up the next stream with heading to the Raven Guild and meeting with Kun and the other CC Corp employees that he works with. Thank you very much for everyone who watched this. The next stream should be Tuesday the 26th. Will again be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. But thank you for everyone who came and watched. I hope you all have good days.